But as you know, our world has been far from quiet. There is much anxiety around the globe, and in particular, tensions related to the Korean Peninsula are at levels not seen in decades. We remember the enormous suffering caused by the Korean War that began 67 years ago. More than 3 million people were killed, with a civilian death rate higher than the World War II. And the Korean Peninsula was left in ruins, and many nations were directly engaged and experienced heavy losses. We need to heed the lessons of history, not to repeat the mistakes. Consistent with Resolution 2371, through words and actions, the international community must send a clear, coherent message to the leadership of Dprk. Fully comply with international obligations and work towards reopening communication channels and support efforts to de-escalate the situation. For my part, I want to repeat that my good offices are always available, and I conveyed this message yesterday to the representatives of the six-party talks. And I will remain in closer contact with all concerned parties and stand ready to assist in any way. The solution to this crisis must be political. The potential consequences of military action are too horrific to even contemplate. In relation to Venezuela, I would repeat what I clearly said. Latin America has successfully managed to get rid of both foreign intervention and authoritarianism. And this is a lesson that is very important to make sure that this legacy is safeguarded, and namely in Venezuela. Both aspects of it. Very clear message that Venezuela needs a political solution based on dialogue and compromise between the government and the opposition. I recognize the efforts that international facilitators and regional leaders that are assisting the Venezuelan government and the opposition in trying to advance political negotiations. I strongly support those efforts. I've been in close contact with all of them, and I urge the government and the opposition to restart negotiations, because I believe that the only solution is a political solution based on those negotiations. It's very clear that Latin America has successfully struggled over the last decades to free itself from both foreign intervention and authoritarianism. And I think that this is a legacy that must be safeguarded.